Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Dr. Herbert Harris, and I want to welcome you to Unity of Wilmington. Whee! This is a magnificent day that the Lord has sent, and together we will rejoice and be glad in it. Those of you out there in cyberspace, settle up, get close to your computer, and become a part of this mission. Those in the room, we accept all of your vibrations, all of your talking backs, and all the stuff that we do here, because this day we're going to have an incredible time. And it's going to be incredible because you and I and everybody in the room are working together. And now we'll hear from the celebration singers as they get us ready for this incredible experience. Take it away.
I walked and I walked all night long. I walked and I walked until I saw the light. I just couldn't be contented. I just couldn't be contented. I just couldn't be contented until I saw the light. I prayed and I prayed. I prayed all night long. I prayed and I prayed until I saw the light. I just couldn't be contented. I just couldn't be contented. I just couldn't be contented until I saw the light. I sang and I sang. I sang all night long. I sang and I sang until I saw the light. I just couldn't be contented. I just couldn't be contented. I just couldn't be contented until I saw the light. Rocking my soul in the bosom of Abraham, rocking my soul in the bosom of Abraham, rocking my soul in the bosom of Abraham, oh, rocking my soul. I walked and I walked all night long. I walked and I walked until I saw the light. I just couldn't be contented. I just couldn't be contented. I just couldn't be contented until I saw the light.
Thank you, celebration singers. Good morning, everybody in the room and online. We are so glad that you are here with us today. Ooh, what a great day. We'd like to take a moment to acknowledge all the people that helped put this service together. Their names are up on the board. Please give them all a hand. One name missing from the list I'd like to acknowledge is Donna DeGudis, who's probably in the kitchen getting snacks ready for you. She comes almost every Sunday and blows the leaves and pine straw off the walk, and that is a job, so we thank her for that. All right, is anybody here for the first time today? Yay, we're all old timers. Okay, very good. All righty, let's get started. Please join me in saying Unity of Wilmington's mission statement. Unity of Wilmington is a vibrant and loving spiritual community, expanding consciousness and personal transformation. And our vision statement is, united in love, the world celebrates joy, abundance, and harmony. And next we will say our prayer of affirmation. There is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life, God the good omnipotence. And from this belief, these three I am affirmations flow. I am a beloved expression of God. I am here for a holy purpose. I am in the right place at the right time, right now. Now I'd like to ask Teresa to come forward for the daily word.
Thank you, Shirley. Good morning. So today is September 9th, and the daily word is comforted, which is so appropriate, and I want to dedicate the reading tonight to all those who were affected from this recent storm that we had. So if you can come into your heart space while I read this, that would be great. And we can send all that beautiful, loving energy that hopefully is comforted to those who are experiencing the aftermath of the flood. So the word is comforted, and if you would read the statement, affirmation. By the divine presence within me, I am grateful for the people who have understood how to comfort me when I was feeling down. They listened when I needed to talk and blessed me with their kindness. Often, they didn't need to say a word or do anything more than be with me for a while. Their understanding presence was what I really needed. Even if I am without the comforting presence of another, I can find comfort in the divine presence within me. As I open my heart to God, I feel understood, loved, and accepted completely, just as I am. I need not feel self-conscious about needing comfort or how I express my feelings. I need only feel the unconditional love of God. As my trust in the divine presence grows, my sadness diminishes, healing peace flows through my entire being as I am comforted. As a mother comforts her child, so I will comfort you. You shall be comforted in Jerusalem. From Isaiah chapter 66, verse 13. Thank you.
I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good, gonna make a difference, gonna make it right. As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. I see the kids in the street with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their needs? A summer disregard, a broken bottle top, and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the wind, you know, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why I want you to know I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. Na 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 na. I've been a victim of a selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize that there are some with no home, not a nickel to loan. Could it be really me pretending they are not alone? A willow deeply scarred, somebody's broken heart, and a washed out dream. They follow the pattern of the wind, you see, 'cause they got no place to be. That's why I'm starting with me. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make that change. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm change his ways. And no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. You gotta get it right while you got the time. Because if you close your heart, then you close your mind. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. And no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make that change. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Make that change.
Woo. Wow, Heather. That is one of my favorite songs. I used to use that in my seminars. And that was the thing. If you didn't get changed in my seminar, then you need to go get a new mirror. Wow. Give her another hand. I mean, and trust me, that's not an easy song to sing. You know, as one who can't sing. You know, today's lesson is a special one, and it's called It's Time to Clean House. And so I think that kind of resonated. You know, I think all of us have a house that needs to be cleaned in some kind of way. It may be a physical house, it may be a mental house, it may be a spiritual house. And so when I was really thinking of the meditation for this, I thought back and I'm like, let us clean house in our meditation. So our meditation today is a cleaning house meditation to get rid of all the things you want to get rid of. You know, you have to get rid of them before you bring new stuff in. So let us prepare for our clean house meditation. Let's sit straight up in our seats. Put our feet flat upon the floor. And put your hands palm down so that you connect with your knee, with the lower part of your body. As we close our outer eyes and open our inner eyes, take a deep breath and hold it. Let it out slowly. Take a deep breath and hold it. Let it out slowly. And in this space of peace and relaxation, we see our minds, we see our bodies standing there on the forever shore, looking out on the forever sea and seeing the forever sun rise in the horizon. And as that sun rises and reaches that peak, we feel the light, the warmth come into the top of our head. And that warmth moves down through our bodies into our chest, our heart area, our abdomen, our hips, our thighs, our knees, and out through our feet. And this warmth is there to purify and drive out all that is not aligned with our good. And so let us cast out negative thoughts. Cast out thoughts of lack, limitation, thoughts that are not congruent with the greatness within. All negative thoughts gone. say that together. All negative thoughts gone. Take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. And now let's release those negative emotions. Emotions that may have dwelled within us for years. Emotions of fear, envy, of insecurity. Let's just cast them out. And they are gone. Let's say gone together. Gone. And let's cast out those bad habits. Actions that do not support our vision, actions that do not support our goals, actions that do not support our purpose. And as we cast them out, they are gone. Let's say that together, gone. Take a deep breath. As we release this breath, let us cast out relationships that do not support us, relationships that don't bring us joy, relationships that don't motivate us. Let's cast them out. And they're gone. Let's say that together. Gone. And now in this state of cleansed awareness, we are open and receptive to new thoughts, new emotions, new habits, and new relationships. Take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. As we bask in the newness of our being. And together we say, and so it is. All right. Wow. I had a few things to get rid of. How about you? When we started going, I'm like, let me throw this out there too now that we're cleaning house. Well, in the time schedule, our date calendar progress, this is the 5th Sunday of the 9th month. Isn't that something? Fran says, like, wow. Excuse me. You know, it's amazing. We often thought that time flies. And when you look at how quickly this year has gone by, it has flown, hasn't it? But now the good news is this. We now have 3 months left. And see, that's the great thing about this, I call it the Harris calendar, okay, is that it tells you where you are, but it also tells you that you got some time left. It also gives you hope. Mary Pickford said, you can't make a new beginning, but you can always create a new ending. And so this day, that is our job today. That in this 5th Sunday, I like to sort of prepare us. And, you know, in church, when we say, can we have an oh, an amen, everybody says what? Amen. So today, I have a special. How do you feel today? And I'm going to give you an answer. Inspired. So let's try that. How do you feel today? Inspired. All right, let's do another one. How do you look today? Awesome. All right. I think awesome is good. Awesome is good, but you got to give it some oomph. So let's try it again. How do you look today? Awesome. Yeah. That's good. I have another one. How do you feel today? And the answer is full of joy. Let's try that together. How do you feel today? Full of joy. Thank you. I love directing the band. Now, doesn't that make you feel better? So now that we are full of joy, we are inspired, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. You know, that's one of the things I love about unity because, you know, we don't have anybody on the cross. There's no sin, none of that stuff. All it is potential, possibilities for you to be, do, and have anything you desire. We just finished a class on happiness. And that was a switch. You know, all my life I've been teaching success, and one day it dawned on me, it wasn't about success. It was about happiness. You know, anybody's successful without happiness, I don't think that they're going to be having a good experience of life. So we had a great class. Those of you who were in the class, just stand up because I want all of you to see some people who were transformed. Let's give them a big hand. Thank you. You may be seated. We're going to have a certificate for them for next week because when you come through the happiness class, you're bulletproof. I don't know, though, this day with the type of weapons they have, Katie, you better be bazooka-proof. So this message of cleaning house, there's a scriptural foundation. I always love to tie in our message with the scripture because the Bible is the most powerful spiritual, metaphysical, instructional book available on the planet. And so Shirley, we have a passage that she's going to read, and this is the foundation and the scriptural foundation for our class. So Shirley, she reads so beautifully. That's why when she reads it, it sounds like, you know,
Stop it. Stop.
that if Moses was taking notes, she was dictating.
You're embarrassing me. Oh. Well, this scripture is found in the Gospel of Matthew, the 9th chapter, the 16th and 17th verses. No man putteth a piece of new cloth unto an old garment. For that which is put into, fill it up, take it from the garment, and the rent is made worse. Neither do men put new wine into old wineskins, else the wineskins break, and the wine runneth out, and the wineskins perish. But they put new wine into new wineskins, and both are preserved.
Thank you. Let's give her a hand. Whew. Now that's really what it's about. It's about putting new stuff into you to create that new you. So our topic, it's time to clean house. There's a quote from Marie Kondo, and she's a Japanese efficiency expert. She spent her whole life, you know, really talking about ways to do stuff better and more efficiently. And she said something very simple. Cleaning is the key to unlocking your potential. I'm going to say that. I want you to repeat that. Cleaning is the key, to unlocking my potential. That's a powerful thought because as we look at these next 3 months, we really want to be most efficient, most effective in creating the year that we say we wanted. Someone once said, Doc, I didn't have any goals for this year. You keep telling me your goals for this year. I didn't write any goals down. I don't have any goals. Well, guess what? It's not too late. Make some goals now. You know, when you make goals now, it's just as effective. Forgive yourself for, I won't say wasting 9 months, but forgive yourself for letting 9 months pass in which you did not operate most efficiently. Isn't that a nice way to say it? You know, Reverend Ike, when I worked for him, when he always tried to be very positive. And so when he fired people, he didn't say, like someone else does, you're fired. He said, I'm going to give you the opportunity to do something else. You know, half the time you didn't know you were fired until you got home and like, especially when you didn't get a check. So when we look at these next 3 months, we say, what can we do now to really make the end of this year great for us? And one of the key things is we got a clean house, because there's a lot of stuff we carry with us that we don't need. Get rid of stuff. Let's say that together. Get rid of stuff. So when you leave here, I want you to go home and look in your closet, look around the house, because I guarantee you there's stuff that you want to get rid of. There's a thought that says whatever you see on the outside is the reflection on the inside. So if you have a junky house, you have a junky mind. Now, if you go to my office, you can see that I do not subscribe to that. You know, sometimes my office is so junky, I have to clean it up before the cleaning lady comes. And if you do that, yeah, you're like, I don't want this lady to see it's this bad. Let me just straighten it up a little bit. But I do admit this, that when my office is clear, I feel better. When my office is clear, I can operate better. I can find things. Okay? So that's something I got to work on. Anybody else have to work on that, clearing up your... Okay, so I'm not alone. Okay. So when we start cleaning, this idea of cleaning, the physical cleaning, cleaning up your office, cleaning up your home, you know, once you've decided that everything has a place and everything is, what they say, that everything has a place and there's a place for everything, then once you've done that, you're pretty much done with that. So the real cleaning job is really about cleaning up and removing thoughts, emotions, habits, and relationships that don't serve us, that don't really uplift us to that point where we do our best. I love the Archimedean principle. You know, and young folks, Willow, I wish you could have gone to school back in my day, because you had to study everybody. Now everything's on the computer, but we had to study Archimedes. And, you know, when you really, if you ever really study Archimedes, and I'm sure that Alan is a military person, Archimedes had some serious military knowledge. You know, when the Romans were attempting to attack Greece, a lot of his inventions were used to repel them. But we always talk about the fact that when he got in the tub, eureka. When he got in the tub, the water rose, and he said, aha, eureka. So no two things can occupy the same place at the same time. And so this is saying in our lives that no two thoughts can occupy the same space at the same time. Now, we try to multitask, but if you really looked at it, no two thoughts can occupy. And so we have to look at some of the thoughts that we have and say, now, what can I do? What thoughts do I have in my mind right now that are impacting my life that I need to get rid of? Which old thoughts, which old emotions, which old habits, which old relationships we need to clear the deck so that we can get busy? So let's, number one, realize you can't just get rid of a thought. You have to replace it. And that's why our meditation was like to prepare to replace. We got rid of all the negative stuff, but we have to replace it with something better. And so from this moment on, let's clean house after we get rid of the negative thoughts of lack and limitation and all those negative thoughts, all those steps to tell you what you can't have, what you can't be, and then replace them with thoughts of abundance, thoughts of possibilities, thoughts of good health. You know, half of us, may have some challenges, but, you know, we live in you can't watch TV for an hour and not see a drug commercial. I don't know any country that, you know, that has that going. I mean, and you can never pronounce it. But if you sit and watch TV, you're like, man, you know, like, do I need that? And so we have to clean our minds. We have to get rid of those negative thoughts and realize that thoughts are like seeds. If you permit that thought to come into your mind, it grows. Any thought that you permit to come into your mind that's not congruent with your goal, your vision, and your purpose. And that's why you have to have goals. If you have no goals, then you have no standard by which to say, this is what I want to be, this is what I want to do. One of the key things, I did a lecture last week on being a time master. And the thought was that time is our great friend. Time is God's gift to us. What we do with that time is our gift to God. And so when we ask ourselves the time question, what is the best use of my time right now? When I consider my goals, my vision, and my purpose, you got to have a goal, a vision, and your purpose. So right now, if you don't have your goals and whatnot, when you leave, go home, sit down, and think about something you want to be. Now that you're free from limited thinking, lack and limitation thinking, now think about, if money was no object and I knew I could not fail, what thoughts would I like in my mind? So let's just say good thoughts together. Good thoughts. You know, our affirmation of faith is powerful because as you define and recreate yourself, as you clean house, one of the thoughts that's so powerful, I am a divine creation of God. I am a good person. Let's say that together. I am a good person. So let that thought just permeate everything you do. Got to get rid of some of those negative emotions. We got to clean house. Negative emotions will not serve us. Once again, emotions are energy. When you have negative emotions, past hurts, past failures, emotions of regret, the moment we give them presence in our mind, we've created an energy which then can attract that very thing into our experience. The book of Job says, the things I feared have come upon me. And so when we let negative emotions come into our minds, into our subconscious mind through our thinking, it attracts those negative things. So when you clean house, you want to get rid of all the negative emotions. Get rid of insecurity. By what? Security. Let's say security. Security. Get rid of self-doubt. By what? Confidence. Let's say that together. By what? Confidence. I got a bad one, tough one now. Let's get rid of envy and jealousy. I have to walk around for that one. Because I think somehow all of us are envious. Sometimes you look at other people's success, and especially when you work really hard to do something, and somebody else gets it, just like they just walk in and got it. And so we have to replace envy and jealousy with love. What do we replace it with? Love. You know, the other thing about emotions is that they can tie you down. I was flying to Europe once on one of those 747s, and you know how big those planes are, 2 rows and big 4 engines outside, and all of a sudden the pilot said, we got to go back to the gate. We have to redistribute the baggage. I didn't know that was a problem. But what it is the baggage in a plane, not only is there a limitation on baggage, it has to be arranged a certain kind of way because of the way the plane moves. And when a plane that big, if the baggage isn't just right, it could come down too hard on the front wheel. In our lives, negative emotions are like baggage. And the challenge is, most of the time, the baggage was put there by someone else. You know, the unfortunate thing about being a child is that you're not in charge of your thinking and your life. And we see so many stories about stuff that happened to children, from parents, from other children. But many times as children, we can have negative emotions that are deep inside, so deep we don't even know they're there. And so this period of cleaning house is to go down and look at that. Look at these negative emotions and get rid of them and replace them by positive emotions. If you want to get that plane that is your life off the ground, those negative emotions. And I know all of us have had that situation where you try and you rip really hard at it, and it seems like just when you're right there, something happens. That moment of doubt may creep in. You may have been raised by somebody who's very critical. And, in criticism, you say it rolls off you like water off a duck's back. That's not true. That's not true. That criticism sticks like a seed in the garden of your heart. And so, get rid of negative emotions. Only positive emotions. Let's say that together. Only positive emotions. Number 3, we got to get rid of the negative habits. Some people are always late. I used to be one of them. Sandra used to give me heaven. And that didn't help. That didn't help when you see somebody struggling with something. Don't criticize them. Give them help. You say, my mother was helpful. My mother would say, lay out your clothes the night before. Iron them the night before. I know, Willow, y'all don't do any ironing, right? Yeah. When's the last time you saw an ironing board? Yeah. You still got one. You got one in the closet. Yes. Thanks, Doug. Well, my mom said, iron your stuff the night before. So this idea of getting rid of these bad habits means you stop settling for less. Don't say, well, I'm late a lot, I make an excuse, I live a long way, it was cold, the traffic was heavy. But make a commitment now that any negative habit, get rid of it. Because that habit is a seed and will grow in your consciousness. Only positive habits, together. Only positive habits. And then the 4th key is to clean house and relationships. That's the toughest one. Because so often, the people that you need to clean house with are the people who live in the house. I mean, it's very interesting how that happens. You want to get rid of people who suck up your energy. You want to get people who suck up your time, people who suck up your money, needy people, greedy people. Hopefully, they don't live with you. Okay? But even when they do live with you, you have to now protect your mind. Because you can survive it. Many times, you'll be in a situation that's not good, but the key to solving it is to hope to change. And to realize that you can't change another person, but you can change you. And so instead of focusing on the other person, to focus on you, then that's what changes relationships. One of the interesting things about this whole relationship issue is that who's cleaning the house? If you are not clear on who you are, then how can you clean your house properly? The first order of relationship is your relationship with God. We call it the first harmonic relationship. And the purpose of that is to know that you are a creation of God. And so when we say, I am a creation of God and I'm here for a holy purpose, I'm in the right place at the right time. That affirmation, those series of affirmations help you define who you are, and now you know who's cleaning the house. A child of God is cleaning the house. You see, once you have the relationship with God clear, then you can have a better relationship with yourself. If you're not sure whose you are, then when you have your prodigal son experience, think about this now. When the prodigal son was in the pig pens of life, he didn't go and rob anybody. He didn't become an abuser of other people because of what had happened to him. And the reason was, and that's another spiritual principle, he said, I will arise and go to my father. That's that relationship. Everybody got that? Because when you have that relationship with your source, when you say, I am a child of God, created for a holy purpose, I'm in the right place at the right time, that gives you a context in which to operate. So now you can come back and clean house. You're qualified. I am a child of God, created for a holy purpose. Let's say that together. I am a child of God, created for a holy purpose. So now that we have this all together, we're at the point, let's summarize it all, put it together. This last 3 months of the year, let's clean our physical houses. Go home and do whatever is necessary. I made a commitment. The end of the month in business, I know most of us, many of us, a business is where you got all the stuff to do at the end of the month, the closeout and all that. And so don't start cleaning your house in the middle of the closeout. That's one of those excuses that permits inaction. Well, I'll get started next month. But I say go home. Tomorrow is the 30th. The month is over. Before the sun goes down tomorrow, start now. Making those plans. Setting those goals. Those things that you need to do so that you can be guided through the end of the month. Number 2, think only positive thoughts. Just focus all and everything on you and the good thoughts that are in your mind. When you focus on the good thoughts in your mind, nothing is impossible. Any good thought you put in your mind is a seed that will grow. Focus on the good emotions. I am confident. I am loved. I love everyone. I feel good about myself. Start getting in front of that mirror. And that's why that song was so beautiful. Get in front of that mirror. I am a good person. I feel great about myself. Only positive emotions. Start to reprogram your habits now. Eliminate the bad habits. Replace them with good habits. Replace tardiness with being there early. Replace disorganization with order. Replace those people who don't make you smile. I love to be surrounded by people who are happy to see me. You notice how your kids, when they were little, when they get teenagers, they don't want to see you. Not excluding, see now, you're okay, Willow. But when they're kids, when you're like 5 and 6, they come running out, oh, mommy, daddy, they'll just jump out. And then when they're 14, 15, like, don't be kissing on me, mommy. Somebody might see it, But once you do that, get those relationships out of your life and focus on people who bring you joy. Focus on people who lift you up. Focus on people who live good, who make you feel good about yourself. And so now, let's close out. I had a note I wanted to make to myself. I put it somewhere. Well, wherever I put it, it's gone. Where's my assistant? I'm going to give my assistant an opportunity for greatness elsewhere. Let us stand and close out. Oh, there it is. Okay. Thank you. Wow, wow, wow. I think only good thoughts together. I think only good thoughts. I radiate only good emotions. I radiate only good emotions. I execute good habits. And I surround myself with good people who love me, who uplift me, and who make me smile. Always knowing that the best is yet to come. Give yourselves a hand. You may be seated. Thank you so much. Wow. I enjoyed that today. You're all a great audience. Let's see. It's time to take up our collection. And I hope you really loved the message today. So write an extra big check. You know, doctors should only be paid if they cure you. Boy, they get better then, wouldn't they? So we have so many ways to give: Venmo, PayPal. We have our mudra for our collection coming up. And here we go. Together we say, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. And now we have the celebration singers to motivate you, inspire you, and help you dig deep into your checkbooks.
I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth, and who I am and all I do is a blessing to the world. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are and all you do is a blessing to the world. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are and all we do is a blessing to the world. Be a blessing to the world.
Let's just take a deep breath. And as we let it out slowly, we give thanks for this offering, knowing that it was given in love, knowing that it was given to help uplift this ministry and help us do the work that God has ordained us to do, to be a light in the darkness, to be a heart in a sea of misunderstanding, and to be loving and compassionate to all people. Your contribution helps us do that work so that all that we do, all that we touch, all that we experience can help the world be a better place. And together we say, and so it is.
Well, hello, everybody, again. Wow, what a service today. I felt the whole range of emotions, from compassion with the daily word to humor with Dr. Harris, and also some really good tools to come away with to clean house. And speaking of tools, we have a class coming up this week. Dr. Reverend Ellen is going to start a series. I'm going to have her come up and share that with you.
Thank you, Shirley. Hi, everyone. Good morning. So I wanted to just share a little bit about the class because I cannot believe that it is October next week. I feel like I was planning this class like months and months ago, and now it's already here. And I also wanted to just acknowledge that, you know, we talk about our mission and vision statement, and our mission is we're a vibrant and loving community expanding consciousness and personal transformation. And that's what this class is going to be all about, expanding consciousness and personal transformation. We're going to be using one of Unity's amazing teachers, Eric Butterworth, and I have already purchased 6 books. So if you are not on the list yet, please run at the end of our service into the community room, sign up. The class is 5 weeks. You can take the whole series. You can take just one class. I do encourage you to take as many as you can. And we're going to set some goals, Dr. Herbert. We're going to set some goals, and you are going to be well on your way to true prosperity in all areas of your life: financial, career, divine expression in all areas of your life. So if you have any questions about it, come see me. But please join us starting Wednesday night from 6 to 7:30. Thank you, Shirley.
Mm-hmm. All right, next announcement. We are having an energy healing share next Sunday from 2:30 to whenever we stop doing it. So come one, come all. You do not need to be a certified energy healer. Cecilia helps us out with that. So we can give and receive energy. It's a wonderful, powerful experience. All right, mark your calendar next month because, my goodness, we have a whole lot of things going on. So the first thing I want to talk about is the energy in integrative healing arts. There is a pamphlet in the community room. It talks about all the different sessions. On Saturday, there's workshops in the afternoon. There are 5 of them, 6, 7, 8 of them. You can sign up for those. And then Sunday, there is a sound healing vibrations workshop from 12:30. And there's a little sign-up sheet. You can fill out what classes you want and turn that into Cecilia. There is a charge for those, so check this out for more information on that. I am not going to read through all of those. Please check out our website. And there's also a calendar on the door when you come in that shows all of the events happening for the month. There is so much going on here. It's really wonderful. Not just Sundays. So also you can check on our website, sign up for our e-blast, join our Facebook community page, and also next door there is a couple of tables with all the sign-up sheets with all the events happening. This week we would like to acknowledge our marketing team and our fundraising team. If you are on those teams, will you please stand up? We'll show you our appreciation. Thank you. Thank you so much for getting the word out about Unity of Wilmington and helping us to keep on going. Soar in 24, we still have room for your victories, your joys, and your accomplished goals. So please put those on there. We want to keep filling that up. And do take a moment to read those. Yeah, I find it so inspiring to see what everybody has accomplished so far. So thank you for sharing all of that. And next I'd like to call Heather back up for her next song.
Thank you. And if you'll allow me a moment to call on your collective consciousness, my parents were in the direct path of Hurricane Helene, and I haven't heard from them since the storm hit, and we can't get in touch with them. So I am calling on your power of prayer, and I am going to dedicate this next song to them, and hope that they are just have their generator going and they're just fine. Very much. I believe it to be true. Okay, now I'm going to sing. I did it. I I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh yes, I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is that rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue skies. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Here is that rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
Wow. Whew. What a great service. I mean, thank you. I love that. Two of my favorite songs. I can see clearly now, rain has come. Chris is a singer. When you hear him sing, when I sing, I'm just faking it. You know, I go through a lot of emotions, but he's a singer, man. So we're waiting for you, Chris. All right. I want to thank everybody for being here today. You have made this what it is. We appreciate your love. We hope that you go out and share the blessings with others and have other people come on back and get some of this vibration, some of this energy. Every time you come in here, you're going to be transformed. We promise you that. And you're going to have a lot of fun. Those online, you got to make it here. I know you can see us, but you got to come here so we can touch you and we can feel your spirit. So now let us sing the prayer for protection together. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God unfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as Creator, united all are we.
power of God protect each and every one of us. May the wisdom of God direct each and every one of us. May the love of God touch us in that special space, in that heart space, in that healing space, in that space that makes us whole. Always knowing that the best is yet to come. And so it is. Yes. Whew.